there's two aspects to it. Lots of people, when they talk about data quality, they're talking about how do I fix my data. And so it's really about what remediation efforts can they do. And there's lots of different things you can do. So you could do things, at the application end by having, predetermined fields that they select from, or you can wash data against address data sets to clean up address data, or a range of different things that can be done. But often the problem is actually finding out where all your data quality issues actually are, quantifying them and prioritizing which ones to fix. Really the big challenge is that at 100% data quality is a nirvana that no one can attain and maintain. So it's really about where do you apply the effort. And so that's where data quality management really sits, is really in determining what problems have a big enough impact that you should actually pay attention and do some of those remediation efforts.
Yeah, I totally agree. The identification of those critical attributes, critical business processes, critical elements. Otherwise, an organization will just walk in and boil the ocean and just try and do everything, and then everybody gets downbeat on why we're not improving. The other thing I think in the data quality management side is, we can talk about the technology we apply, but we've got to bring the people and the methods along. So it has to come embedded with the culture in why good data quality is a thing that we should strive for. And then the other is data quality management is continuous. I hit a data quality thing about 5 years ago, and what we saw was data wasn't getting input into a survey of high quality. It was non-mandatory, so people weren't filling it in. The resolution was, well, let's make them put the full date of birth in. And we went, okay, that problem's gone away now. It's mandatory. They've got to put the date of birth in. Came back 3 months later and looked, and everybody had a year of birth of, at that time, 2014. So everybody was born on the first item on the drop-down list. So your data quality management process needs to understand and continue to look at the new things that you've put on. Because if the process isn't embedding correctly, you might as well just not have done it.
And I think the only thing I would really add to there is that data quality management is driven really through trust, making sure that ultimately you want good quality data because you want to utilize it in your organization, whether it be communication to your client and making sure names and addresses and so forth are correct and maintained, but also all the other data that's being used. You've got to make sure that people trust it. Otherwise, they're not going to use the insights that are derived from it. So I think, before you think about remediation, it always tracks back to what data is being used, what level and degree of trust do I need to have, and do I have in that? It's kind of a chicken and the egg situation, right?